We just witnessed Roman Reigns being confronted by The Rock. We will see The Rock versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40 for the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship. But what does that mean for Cody Rhodes? In this video, I decided to give my predictions for what exactly the WrestleMania matches will be. Now, first off, we're going to start off with the easy one. Roman Reigns versus The Rock. It has literally just been confirmed. It has just been confirmed that we will get to see The Rock versus Roman Reigns. Now, maybe 3 months ago, we would not have believed that we would have gotten this match. But it's happening. And it's happening right before our eyes. And it's crazy. It's crazy. But then this makes you ask, what does Cody Rhodes do now? Because when Cody Rhodes, as the making of this video, when Cody Rhodes came out on Friday Night SmackDown, everybody believed that he was going to challenge Roman Reigns for that title at WrestleMania 40. But he said not at WrestleMania. And as soon as he said that, almost everybody in the crowd knew who he was talking about. Absolutely everyone. And what makes it even more interesting, too, is he hugged The Rock as well and left the ring, which confirmed it even more. You could see the video in my TikTok. I was shocked, flabbergasted, bewildered that this is happening. It's just unimaginable. But what exactly does this mean for Cody Rhodes? I personally think the only logical match for him now is to fight Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, when Seth had first made his proposition to Cody to fight him at WrestleMania, it started off not making sense. Like, no, of course he's going to challenge Roman Reigns. Of course he has to challenge the Tribal Chief. He has to challenge the Tribal Chief. But then he started talking more and more. He started saying this is the workhorse's title. It's not the Hollywood title like the Universal Championship. It's your father's title, Cody Rhodes. And then he started making good points, and everybody in the crowd, and even myself included, was thinking, he's making a very good point. And now it's obvious that it's going to be Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes. Now, the only thing about this matchup is that we've already seen it. Not only have we seen it at a WrestleMania, but we've seen it a total of 3 times at Backlash and at Hell in a Cell. So it'll be interesting to see how they spice up this match. It really will. But sucks for Cody. He got pushed to the background like CM Punk in 2013. But we'll just have to see. We'll have to wait and see. The next obvious match that also was the first match announced for WrestleMania 40 is Bayley versus EOS Sky for the WWE Women's Championship. Now, walking out there, I feel like it was pretty obvious she was going to challenge EOS Sky. I feel like it was pretty obvious. Just the whole demeanor of everything. The Kabuki Warriors and EOS Sky laughing behind her the story was being told right there, and it was cinema. Bayley was talking about how when she would go into the locker room crying, thinking that the faction basically wouldn't work out, they were there to support her. But she also peeped that they were making fun of her behind her back. And then she spoke Japanese, bro. She spoke Japanese. That caught me off guard. I had to sit up real quick when I heard that. But Bayley versus EOS Sky, first match confirmed for WrestleMania 40. That right there should definitely be a good match. And I think it will be a good match. Potentially match of the night contender, because both of those two women are great workers. EOS Sky, great aerial moves. Bayley, great in-ring work. Like, it's just going to be a great match. You could say it's somewhat obvious. I got Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch for the WWE Women's World Heavyweight Championship. Now, this match only makes sense as it is the only person that Rhea Ripley, only woman superstar that Rhea Ripley has not beaten yet. And it's the only woman superstar that makes sense for her to fight at this point. The build up to this match should be great. Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley are I'll just go ahead and say it. They're probably the two biggest women superstars in WWE. So this match is definitely going to deliver. This match should definitely deliver, and I can't wait to see their promo battles. Now, another one that seems like it's where we're heading is Jay Uso versus Jimmy Uso. Jay Uso, main event Jay Uso against No Yeet Jimmy Uso. Now, we got a sneak peek of this at the Royal Rumble when Jay entered at number 1 and Jimmy entered at number 2. We got a little sneak peek of it. But this match should definitely deliver, as we had Jimmy Uso betray his own brother at SummerSlam. We had Jay act like he forgave Jimmy and then super kicked him. It's a lot of bad blood going on between these two, and this match should absolutely be amazing. It should absolutely be amazing. I don't see it being anything under great. This match should deliver. Main event Jay Uso. His stock is rising. Even when he loses, his stock rises. Jimmy is hilarious, but people forget how good of an in-ring worker he is as well. So I definitely think we'll be seeing this at WrestleMania 40. Now, I will admit, these next few will kind of get a little wanky, but bear with me. There are just matches that I potentially see happening at WrestleMania 40. The next one I have is the Judgment Day, which is Finn Balor and Damian Priest defending the undisputed tag team titles against The Miz and R-Truth. Now, what I'm loving about this storyline is that it's similar to the Bloodline and Sami Zayn storyline, where you have a guy who's trying to fit into somewhere where he's not completely accepted, and that's R-Truth right now. He's trying to basically sneak his way into Judgment Day, all while being pushed out slowly and slowly. Now, what I would have loved from this is a little more build up, as it seemed only Damian Priest was accepting him into the group, whereas the Bloodline storyline, it seemed like everybody had accepted Sami. But overall, this match should be good, as R-Truth, he's already been attacked by Judgment Day multiple times, but I kind of want to see more build up of just seeing him slowly start to form a bond with him, and then finally, maybe a few weeks before WrestleMania, he gets attacked, and then he finally realizes that, oh, these guys just don't like me in this group, and then he teams up with The Miz, and they take the tag team titles off of Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Now that's good storytelling right there. I can't wait to see. I really do hope this match happens. This one is, if they have this match, it's gonna be crazy. Bianca Belair versus Jade Cargill. Now, we saw these two face off at the Royal Rumble, and it was a sight to see. It was a sight to see, as their just overall presence in the ring just had a certain aura to it that just made you want to stand up, jump out of your seat, and just glue your eyes to the screen. Something about it just was just awesome. It was awesome. It was amazing. It was amazing. So these two at WrestleMania should definitely be good. Now, how we're gonna get to this, I don't know yet. Because with Bayley challenging EOS Sky, what is there left for Bianca to do? And I don't know if Jade Cargill is gonna sign with SmackDown yet. It looks like she will, but right now I just don't know. I don't know where she's gonna sign, but how we get there, I don't know. But once we get there, the end of the road, should be a good match. Should absolutely be a good match. This match I just threw in there just because you got to include more women in it. I have the Kabuki Warriors defending the Women's Tag Team Championships against KC2, Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, and Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. Now, this will kind of be similar to like the tag team showcases they had in last year's WrestleMania, where it's a fatal four-way match, but this time the titles are on the line, and it just makes sense to have some of the top women's tag teams fight each other for the titles. Plus, it'll add a little extra oomph to it, knowing that the Kabuki Warriors could lose their title on the same night that EOS Sky could potentially lose their title. So this all should be very, very fun to watch. This would be a very fun match to watch. Very underrated teams in here, too. Kabuki Warriors are good. KC2, very underrated. Chelsea Green and Piper Niven are awesome and hilarious. Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark, they're kind of building up their stock a little bit, too, so this match should be good. This one, I was going back and forth between a lot. I didn't know whether to have him match up against Randy Orton or against AJ Styles, but I just decided to go with this one. LA Knight versus Logan Paul. I mean, two guys that are just rising to the top so fast, fighting for the United States Championship. If this match were to be built up like extremely well, it could potentially main event night one of WrestleMania. We already know what night two is going to be, The Rock and Roman, but night one is honestly up for grabs. It's up for grabs. It could either be Cody and Seth. Who else? It could be Jay and Jimmy because they mentioned that they believe this match is a main event match. It could be Judgment Day and R-Truth versus R-Truth and The Miz. Night one main event is up for grabs. It is not set in stone. Only thing set in stone is night two, and this match definitely has the potential to main event night one. Logan Paul, his social media influence, being able to reach out to some of the younger audience, the younger WWE fans. LA Knight, his nostalgic appeal. Because let's be real, he's basically present day Stone Cold Steve Austin. His nostalgic appeal appeals more to the older audience. So bringing both together, it should be a spectacular match. It's something really fun to watch. I'm gonna be honest with you. Going down the list, I couldn't find a place to put Randy Orton. I was thinking different matches that he could have, and the only one I really came to the conclusion of is fighting Solo Sikoa. Randy versus Solo Sikoa at WrestleMania 40. Now, I don't know how they could. I personally don't know how they can get to that match. I truly don't. I don't know how they can get to that match. They could maybe tell a storyline of kind of similar to earlier Randy Orton when he's a legend killer, where Solo is just trying to go after all these legends and take them out with the thumb. And maybe that's how they can get to WrestleMania 40. You could have Randy blame Solo for the reason why he didn't win the WWE Universal Championship. There's multiple avenues they can go. Now I don't know which one they might choose if they do make this match happen, but I'm down for it. I mean, as long as you get Randy Orton into WrestleMania, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm easily pleased. I'm an easy guy to please when it comes to wrestling. So if they make this match happen, should be good. Let's just hope that Solo doesn't thumb Randy Orton into retirement like he did my boy Cena. Don't even want to remember that. Talk about that. That was a dark day for the C Nation. That was a dark day. And the final match I got to now with CM Punk going down and with the allegations against Vince McMahon and Brock Lesnar, Gunther is basically left with nothing. And at first, I was thinking he was going to fight Seth, but now that The Rock has appeared, it's not looking like that's going to happen. It's really not. And this just leaves Gunther in kind of an awkward place where you can't just throw somebody in. It has to be someone that you either want to push or that he has somewhat of history with. And I was thinking potentially Sami Zayn, but I was like, do they see Sami as the guy to end his almost 600-day reign as the IC champion? I don't know. But one guy I do think they would pull the trigger on is Braun Breaker. I could absolutely see Triple H matching up Braun Breaker and Gunther for the IC title. Because not only is it a perfect way to debut a guy that you basically want to push like Cena and Roman Reigns, but it also gives you the opportunity to put a belt on him as soon as he gets up to the main roster. And Gunther versus Braun Breaker would be an amazing match. It would be an amazing match. It really would be. Braun Breaker, who spears people in half, who has great in-ring work, who has a great character, great charisma, against Gunther, a guy who has elevated the IC championship to higher levels than honestly maybe even the World Heavyweight Championship. Getting close to that Universal title too. He has elevated that title to where it's either third or second in the company. And Gunther's in-ring work might be the best in the entire WWE. Might be the best. So he'll be able to lead Gunther through that match if it happens, and it should be a great match. It should be. And there's multiple ways they can go. They can go here. They could decide to just pull the trigger and have Braun Breaker beat him. Now that would be a lot of pressure on Braun because he has to carry the weight of defeating a guy who's held the title for 600 days. But if they believe he can do it, then I'll stand behind it. But they could also have Gunther retain the IC title, continue his reign, but also build up Braun Breaker at the end of it. Because Gunther, after all of his matches, he builds up the guys he's faced. He built up Chad Gable. He built up Braun Strowman. Built up The Miz. Built up The Miz. Gunther is just that. He's just the type of wrestler where even if he beats you, you're elevated to a certain point. And him versus Braun Breaker, no matter what the outcome is, he would put Braun Breaker not to that full superstar level, but he would get him further than the majority of the other guys in that company could. Well, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Those are my predictions for all the WrestleMania 40 matches. I'm probably going to do another video checking up on this to see how many I got right, how many I got wrong. There will probably be a lot that I got wrong, but we'll just have to wait and see. In wrestling, we trust. In wrestling, we trust.